Hi everyone! Thank you very much for the opportunity to invite us to show you about Aaero, our game that we have developed, and also introduce you about our company, S2 Entertainment. I am Liu Yi, and I cover the business side of company operations, from business development to legal structure and to everything else that's involved on the business side. So what is Aaero? Aaero is a very innovative music rail shooter game. We have a stunning visual effects and also licensed soundtracks from very well-known music artists and labels such as Nausea, Flux Pavilion, Katy B on a Mission, New Signal, Astronaut, and many more. So the game is very innovative in terms of gameplay, which is a key thing in evaluating games. We also have developed our proprietary technology in order for such a small team to be able to develop a huge game, multi-platform like Aaero. We have also localized the game into languages such as English, French, Italian, German, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Russian, and Spanish. Oh, apologize. That's my messages. Been busy. Okay, so Aaero supports a very strong online leaderboard. So the online leaderboard, how it works is so all the players, they can download and play this game, but their scores when they're online, you will show up on these online leaderboards across regions, so they can compare their scores with other people, other players, how well they've done and how accurate they are in shooting the enemies, in getting through the music, the soundtracks during the game. And also, our game has been rated in terms of age rating in North America, so that's ESRB. For E, that means everyone. So in North America, everyone can play this game. In Europe, the rating is PEGI, and we have received 7, so it means 7 years old and above can all play this game. So you can see we are targeting quite a broad audience for this game. We have independent testers, about 90 independent testers testing our game throughout the time, and we have a strong marketing PR partner that I have reached out and found for our company in Silicon Valley. That's Reverb Communications Inc. So Reverb, we have weekly calls, Skype calls with Reverb, and also ad hoc Skype and email communications. So I reached out and formed this relationship with them. So I have marked up and reviewed the legal documents. So that has greatly saved the time and also the huge legal cost that usually have associating with all legal documents. But at the same time, we have achieved the practical goals. Forming this hugely successful relationships and bring Aaero across the Atlantic to the North American markets and raising the awareness. So we have kept a very lean but deeply knowledgeable and high quality team to produce the best quality products while at the same time saving cost. Aaero was launched on the 11th of April. And we have received very good reviews across the board. For example, from Forbes, they say, once in a blue moon, the gaming cloud split open and downflows something like Aaero. They give us a 9.5 score out of 10. And Kotaku, Michael Fahey, which is a very important industry figure, he said, Aaero is an exhilarating experience. He fell in love with the game Aaero. Connected also give us a 9 out of 10. They say Aaero is a reason to believe in rhythm games again. And 6 Axis said Aaero is a new beginning for rhythm action games and is joins on the genre's past strengths and makes them its own. And also you can see, so all of these are very small set of all of the reviews we have got and all the press coverage out there. And you can see some other reviews says Aaero is one of the best indie games ever. Aaero is one of the best audiovisual experiences you're likely to find, and it is a masterpiece. Aaero is a fantastic genre-defining game with a wonderful licensed soundtrack. I wish I could demand Xbox gamers to buy it. Each and every gamer should play Aaero. So that's great. We'll love to hear that kind of thing. And also Tech Advisor, which is also PC Advisor, says Aaero is the best rhythm game in years. So now you might wonder, what is Aaero? Now let me show you a trailer.
It's easier to hide than to say. And now where I stand, our mountains are well looking up into pure sky. I have made mistakes, and I can't go back.
Okay, so gonna go back to slides. Okay. Yeah, so after Aaero has launched, we have great support from community social media as well. So Twitch TV has given us a free support and broadcasted Aaero streaming on their front page. And the first item. So we were broadcasting Aaero stream online for about 2 hours. There were 256K of people who have seen this stream. And at the same time, more than 1,000 people were watching it at peak. And there are also other streamers, professional streamers, and also Xbox On channel hosts have also streamed about Aaero for free because they love the game so much. And also there are a lot of other players who love this game, and they have been streaming on Twitch and Beam about telling other people how to play Aaero. And on social media such as Twitter, we have also received very high reviews. For example, so Agostino Simonetta, who is the head of AD at Xbox program in EMEA, he has helped us retweeted about Aaero, and also people were saying that Aaero is possibly my favorite rhythm game of the past 2 decades, and also people are saying it's a fantastic buy it. Mike Ybarra, who is the vice president of Xbox and Windows program, he has given a shout out about Aaero, and that has generated over 2,000 retweets and close to 500 likes. Within 18 hours. So Aaero has also been shown on the Sky News and also the Scottish Sun. Sky News, over the bank holiday weekend, they showed Aaero in their Sky News Swipe program at 9:30 on the Friday to talk about the game and the gameplay, how to play Aaero, and also the following Sunday on the 11:30 a.m. and also 4:30 p.m. about Aaero, and that's a screenshot about of Aaero they put on there. We didn't know about this until we saw it on social media, and of course we're very happy and glad to see Aaero on the television. And for example, that Tom, he has seen the Sky News program and then purchased a copy of Aaero, and he thinks it's amazing. On the Scottish Sun, they have also given us a great reviews. We have received 5 stars out of 5. And also other people are saying Aaero is their favorite indie game this year. So that's great. And for Aaero, what are our plans? We plan to develop more DLC packs, so additional content at a good price, and then start selling these to current customers and also attract additional customers. We also have plans to develop Aaero into the virtual reality version, so the Aaero VR. So we plan to release that later this year or next year, and also a sequel of Aaero. So you may wonder who developed Aaero. It's our team member Paul Norris and Daniel Horbury. So Paul and Dan, they have worked together since 2001 on the same team, covering different areas, and in the same AAA studios and publishers. So they work together at Codemasters and then at Activision Blizzard. Paul used to be the head of the senior music lead, and also Dan used to cover to be head of the programming. They have together developed games such as Guitar Hero, DJ Hero, B-Boy in the past. We also have Costas, who joined us as a lead artist in the team. So, as I mentioned before, I cover the business development, company structure, legal, financial, and all the other parts that doesn't include programming or designing, pretty much everything else. So that's my background. I worked at Blackstone and Deutsche Bank in the past. I graduated from Hamilton College in the US and also studied at Oxford University in the PPE program. I graduated from Beijing No. 4 High School before that. So for the team, you can see we have a lot of experiences across platforms and on all of these popular games that is pretty much known worldwide by households. So these are the publishers that our team worked with in the past. Before Aaero was launched, we have received very good reviews already. For Aaero, we were selected as one of the top 50 most creative companies in England on the Telegraph. You can find that article. And Aaero was selected in a very competitive UK Games Fund competition organized by the Ministry of Culture and Digital Economy, and we have won the awards. And the Mirror has also introduced Aaero. ID at Xbox program has interviewed our team and put the interview on their Xbox On channels. We have helped Game, which is one of the largest game retailers in the UK, to help them raise funds in their charity event, Special Effects. We have helped them raise funds by streaming Aaero online for 2 years. Each year, we have helped them raise about 21,000 pounds. So that's more information about Aaero. So, like I mentioned before, how can such a small team develop such a big game across platforms? And for this level game, usually at AAA studios, they have 12 people. So you haven't heard it wrong. 12 people working on it full time to develop a game like this. So how did 2 people do it? All right, so we have developed our proprietary engine. So that's a Frustum rhythm game engine. So this proprietary algorithm helps us automate a lot of processes. So more specifically, so we have the Frustum engine and also the track editor and the Viz tool. All of these we have developed ourselves. As an example, we have also developed more, but these are the key ones that enable us to generate the game and the tracks and the landscape scenario by pretty much a push of a button. And that will smooth out and significantly speed up the process when we create new contents and additional levels into the game. So our targeted audience, as you can see, are quite broad. Audience we're targeting, you like music. If you don't like music, you like game, or you don't like the general type of like other genres of game, you can all be joined into this kind of family-friendly game. Everybody can play. There's nothing like Aaero on the market. So with our artists, they can make 20 million unique impressions to their fans, and they are some artists, music artists that very supportive to our game. We've been speaking to them about jointly promoting our game together with their music, and they have been loving their music in the game before, in the past, so far in our Aaero game. So thank you very much for watching us presenting about Aaero. Please let us know if you have any questions. Thank you.